Hi guys, it's Iconic Dee. Thank you guys for joining me. And let's get into this cute little sports Gatorade label that we're gonna make. I thought it was a cool idea to dress up the Gatorade bottle and it's just in time for sports season. So come on, let's make it here in Canva. Okay, first we're going to go ahead and grab a square, and then we're going to of course make our square into a rectangle. And all we have to do is size our rectangle to 3.5 times 9.1 or 9.2. Whichever will work. It depends on if you like your bottle to overlap or not. But this is a good size for me. So go ahead and try this size, guys. And once you go ahead and get it to your perfect sizing, we can go ahead and change the color. And I use this gradient color, as you can see, and then I added an outline just to define the shape when we put it on the bottle. All right, guys, once you get it to your perfect sizing, we're going to go ahead to elements and search in football patterns. And once you find the pattern that you like, you can go ahead and fit it to the size of your rectangle and go ahead and crop it and just make it look like even with the rectangle. And then we want to go ahead and turn the transparency down because this is just the background of our label. So I kept the transparency pretty low. And when we're done with that side, we want to go ahead and just duplicate it for the other side. And then for the middle, I kept the transparency really, really low. And I put stuff on top of it. So you can change that if you want. You can make yours higher. It's up to you. But once you have that, guys, we're going to move on to the next thing, which is going to elements and then searching barcodes. Now you'll see a lot of barcodes come up, so it'll be your choice as to which one that you would like to use. I like a long version of a barcode for this, so I actually used the long version. I looked at the actual Gatorade label and it has a long barcode, so I like this one the best. All right, guys. Next, we're going to go ahead and go to elements and we're going to type in stadium lights because we want to add some layers to our label. So we're going to go ahead and put the stadium lights on top of our black layer. And then you can go ahead and choose whichever picture that you like. I'm going to go ahead and use my model. This is a picture that I made in AI. So I'm going to go ahead and just use this picture. You can take your picture, remove the background, and just place it here. Then you can go ahead and duplicate the picture and then flip it and turn it the other way. You also can play with the sizing of how you want the picture to be and how big you want it to be, guys. This is your own version of this label, so you always can play with every detail, okay, guys? All right, guys, the next step is we're going to go ahead and need the Gatorade label. This step is totally optional. You can use the label or you cannot use the label. That's your choice. We know that this is Gatorade's personal label. So if you don't want to add the label, you can still make a cover without it. But you know, if you would like to use it, it's on Google. That's where I got it from. And next, we're going to go ahead and start writing some of the words. We're going to go ahead and change the letters to white. And then we're going to go ahead and type the name in, Jeffrey Evans. And once you get the name typed in, you're going to want to go ahead and change the font to a thicker font that's a sports-like font that will stand out. And I find that Lee Gothic is a pretty good font when it comes to things that you're making with sports. So I chose the font Lee Gothic for this. And you can go ahead and do that. And one step I forgot is to italicize the name. So I want to let you know that even if you didn't see that in this video, that I did go back and italicize the name. And then of course after you type the name, it's going to be a space in the middle of the letters. You want them close together, so you want to go ahead and reduce the space between the letters so they can fit. And then you don't really have to type again. You can pretty much just duplicate all the text from here on out, because it's really all the same font, okay? And once you duplicate the text, you know that you have to manage the size and play with the sizing of it, okay? But it's pretty much easier to duplicate the text and copy and paste like that versus having to go in and type it all over again. So it's just a quick way to stay on task, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and add an effect to the word homecoming. We're going to go ahead and lift it on top of the stadium lights so that it stands out. And you can just lift all the words on top of the stadium lights. You also can add other types of effects to these words. You don't have to be limited to what I did, which was lift it. You can outline it, you can splice it, you can do other things to the text as well. And then you want to go ahead and put a couple of words over there by the barcode. So this is what I typed. Of course, the wording is up to you on what you would like to type and you would want to put over there. But we just want to kind of go ahead and start to fill up our label. Okay, guys, as you can see, it's pretty quick to do and it's coming along, and the things that we're putting on here is not difficult, so it's pretty easy to fill up the entire label in a short amount of time. Okay, and then next you're going to just continue to duplicate the words like I said. You don't have to type them again. Just keep duplicating and then type in everything that you wanted to say. I typed the name of the school and the number. You can go ahead and add those things in, or you can go ahead and add any of the player details on the label. Okay, guys? Once you finish adding all the text, we're going to go ahead and complete our label by adding a nutrition fact. And then you should have that all ready to the side. You can change the wording on the nutrition fact if you like, but you should already have one to the side. If you need to know how to make a nutrition fact, you can visit my YouTube as I taught everyone how to make a nutrition fact. So you can add it to chip bags and to things like this. Okay, guys, the last step is going ahead and adding the elements on top of the nutrition label, which will be the Gatorade sign again. I just made it a little bit smaller this time, and I just wanted to add another element about football. So I went ahead and just added a little football, okay? And that'll be the end. Go ahead and print this on photo glossy sticker paper, and you can print 2 at a time. And if you like this video, guys, remember to subscribe to my channel, like, comment, share, and tell me a couple other things that you might want to learn on my channel. Thanks, guys.